love the fact that until spring comes, we're basically just going to have cinematic vlogs that look like I'm in the deep north, but I'm really in the south and can't take the cold because I'm a southerner. So before I head off to the studio for my class that I'm going to take, I was just like, hey, let's chat about the new year, because we are almost 7 days into the start of 2025, which is crazy. I feel like 2024 was, as everyone else is saying, the shortest, longest year. It felt like it was never going to end, but then I was like, wait, but where'd it go? I don't know. My resolutions last year, I don't even know what I made. I really don't. I know I made a video, and I'm never going to watch it again because I don't rewatch videos that I've made. I do think that I kept to some of them. I think some of them actually came true. I think I wanted to choreograph something, and I did. I think I wanted to read a lot, and I did. I read 122 books last year, which I wasn't trying to do. Yeah, I think I've just made my habits work for me, and I think that's cool. I love that that's happened. And then I was reflecting on what I want to do this year. I have some more lofty goals. Mostly I want to just I have it categorized in sections. Okay. So what I want to do, 3 sections: bookish, channel-wise, and personal, which maybe the personal get cut out completely. But for bookish, I want to read less and not I'm only gonna read this many pages a day. Read less as in, I don't want to feel pressure to read 100 books. And if I can't, or if I don't feel like reading, I don't want to read. Which I pretty much did last year, but I don't know. There was something it felt like something was chasing me to read books. And I read books that I maybe wasn't interested in. So I want to mood read more. I probably said that last year, but I want to make it a thing this year. Mood read more, less this book is popular and now I'm going to read it. I just finished The Serpent and the Wings of Night, which I did genuinely want to read. I'm going to do a full-on review of that book because I hated it, but in a fun way. I hated it in a fun way. I had a lot of questions that weren't answered and I got mad. So yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to read more of I hate saying vibes, but what's the vibe? I hate saying that word. It feels like it's so overused. I also haven't stopped using the word and from last year, but that's not going to change anytime soon. I also want to read more classics. I read some Dostoevsky, which I'm very proud of. I did not think I was going to read Crime and Punishment, so that was a huge accomplishment. And I read The Brothers Karamazov, which was lovely. Should have put it in my favorites video, but I forgot about it, which in and of itself means it wasn't a favorite. But I want to read more classics, such as The Odyssey. I really want to read The Odyssey. Plus, my dad has a copy, so I don't have to buy it, and that's a win-win, you know? I would also like to read Inferno, because I feel like that's a book that every Catholic should read. I don't know. I feel like I should read it, and people have said it's good. If you've read Inferno, let me know what you thought about it. Was it difficult to get into? I feel like it's not hard for me to read classics. It's just hard to remember to read classics. And I don't know if that makes sense at all, but I feel like when I'm reading a classic, it's I have to be very present. And so it's just easier to read something like a Frida McFadden to just while away the time. So I feel like I want to be more present in my reading. That's another goal, being more present. Along with classics, another one I want to read. I want to read more Dostoevsky. So there's White Nights, which is a bunch of short stories by him. I want to read that. I want to read I want to read Charles Dickens, because I read A Christmas Carol and loved. It slapped. So I want to read more. And, I want to read more of my favorite author, which I don't know if I can call her a favorite because I've only read one of her books, but I want to read more by Charlotte Bronte. I want to read, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Viette or Villette. I don't know which one you say, so I'm going to say Viette because that's cuter. So I want to read Viette. I feel like I should if I want to have her as a favorite author, I need to read more from her. Self-explanatory. I also want to buy less books. I didn't do huge hauls last year, but it was if I was feeling crummy, which there was a moment last year where everything was going to poo-poo around me, and I just was like, I need to go to the bookstore and buy a couple books. So it was like a couple books here, a couple books there, and I don't want to do that this year. I want to, first of all, I want to go to my library. I want to do that again. You guys know I'm scared of the books because sometimes they're dirty. Sometimes there's stuff in them. I don't know. We're not going to harp on that. But I want to go to the library. I want to continue using Libby and Kindle Unlimited, which I know that's not free, but I pay for it, so I might as well use it. So that's basically on the bookish front. Read less, read more, and read more from the library. And classics. Oh, and yeah, classics include like mysteries like Agatha Christie's. I also want to read the Sherlock book bind up that I have. I really want to read that. Channel goals. I said last year I wanted to reach 400 subscribers, and I did that month, so I think that I shot myself in the foot. I would actively like to reach 1,000 subscribers. That would be cute, you know? A lofty goal would be 10,000, but I don't think it's going to happen because I don't think I'm very pleasing to the general public. I have very staunch views on certain popular fiction, mainly that I don't like romantasy, and I don't think that that's going to appeal to a lot of people, but there's probably like a couple hundred people who like my vibe, so I want to try to get to 1,000 subscribers. That would be sick and ill. Another channel goal is I want to do more reviews because I feel like I just got into the habit of just vlogging, and while that's fun and I like to do it, I like to make vlogs creative, and I want to tell a story. So if I do a vlog, I want to make it a thing, like romanticize it a little bit. That's something I want to do. But on the opposite side, I don't want to do mainly vlogs. I want to do more reviews. So, like I said, I do want to do a review of The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I am currently reading this big boy, Wind and Truth. So I want to try and do a review of this, even though I feel like I would do it such an injustice because I don't understand most of it. Like the people in this book, at least there's so many characters. I forget most of them most of the time. And I feel like I'm always like, what? But I love certain characters and I'll always talk about certain characters. So I might as well do a review on that. So I want to do reviews and I want to do more Can I Solve It videos. Agatha Christie's. I still have a bunch I haven't read, so I want to try and solve them, even though I know I never have. I want to try one where I actually figure it out and guess who done it. So that's a main goal. I'm going to try and do one until I get it right. Mark my words. And then another channel goal. Oh, I kind of want to do another video kind of like what I did for the Lord of the Rings reading vlog, where I read the book and then I watched the movies. I really want to react to another movie. It was very difficult for me to edit that because I had no clue and I had to do a lot of researching, but I want to do more of that. And so, yeah, those are my channel goals. And also I want to do less of like being on YouTube Studio and just like obsessively. I have a little bit of an obsession and I have a little bit of problem with obsessive and compulsive thoughts. So I want to try and like get those to go over there and be over there, which leads me to my personal goals. One is that I want to journal every day. I feel like I love journaling, but sometimes I get into a habit of like, if something bad happens and I don't want to write it down, and then I just get out of the habit and I don't prioritize writing things that were silver linings and what I'm thankful for and gratitude and all that good stuff. So I want to try and journal every day and make it positive. And I've already journaled 6 days. So, well, today's the 6th day. We'll see. The 6th day has not been written. My temperature blanket. Okay, so you guys know that I'm doing a temperature blanket because you've seen that B-roll. That's it. I want to do 1 row every single day, 365 rows, and see what it looks like. It's where you do 1 row with the temperature. I'm doing the high temperature. So I've already had some like some sagey greens and navy blue because we're getting very chilly. So that is something I want to do every day. Speaking of crochet, I want to I want to finish Piglet. I haven't finished him. He has one leg that hasn't been attached, and that's it. He needs 3 more extremities, so I'm going to finish Piglet. And then I don't know if I'm going to try and sell him, because my Etsy shop doesn't sell things, but that's not the point of it. I just want to see if I can do it. And then I might sell it, or I might list it, I should say. Another one I said, stay consistent with habits that I built last year. Yeah, I want to keep consistency. And I want to be less of a hardcore all or nothing person, which is going to go into another thing later. I want to keep up my prayer and my faith. I listened to the Bible in a Year podcast by Father Mike Schmitz last year. I listened to every single day, which was a very big accomplishment for me. But I feel like I didn't connect with it because I was listening to it. And so I feel like I want to be more present in my time with the Lord. You guys know I'm Catholic. So I want to go to church more. I have not been great on that practice. I'm not a good Catholic, you guys. I'm bad. I'm bad. It's okay. The Lord still loves me, I think. So yeah, I want to be better in my faith life. I just want to be better. Use technology less and get better sleep. I wrote LOL. I'm not good at not being on my phone. Usually when I'm off my phone, that's when people decide to blow it up and I miss things. So I'm like, I have to always be next to my phone for work. But I need to let that go and just be like, if somebody doesn't reach me in the time that I need to be reached, that's okay. Like, nothing's life or death. It's not brain surgery I'm doing. I'm just working. This one is a little cheesy. I want to let love into my life. People think I'm being hyperbolic when I say this. I'm 28 and I've never been on a date. Never, no man has been interested in me. So I want to allow that love. I want to be positive and have faith that it will happen when it needs to happen. So at one time, I don't want to harp on it, but I also want to not have a harsh and don't talk to me outlook when I'm out in public, because I feel like I put that on a lot because I'm scared of people. But I want to, and this could be applied to friendship as well. I want to be more open to other people and not so quite in my shell, because I have a hard shell, y'all. And yeah, I think those are all of the habits or all the goals I want to achieve this year. What else would there be? Oh, I want to say yes to things that I want to do and no to things that I don't want to do. Because like I said, I'm an all or nothing person. So sometimes I get into the habit of saying, oh, I need to protect my peace and just say no to everything. But then I miss out on life. And so then I go the opposite way where I say yes to everything. And then I just feel burnt out and I have kind of no choice in life. I have to say yes to everything, and then I just, like I said, I burn myself out on it. So I want to, maybe that's the word of the year, moderation. No, the word of the year is faith, but in parentheses, moderation. Moderation is key. I'm not good at it, so I want to be better at it. And with that, I think those are all of the goals for this year. It's cold in my car, so I'm going to turn it on and get some heat going. Okay, let's go do a little dancing. I forgot to do a little career goals, but nothing could possibly sound more boring at the moment, so we're just gonna skip over that. You don't need to know. I have none. So now I think I'm going to just read. Got finished in my class. It wasn't that bad. It always seems more difficult to start something, duh. So being on break from ballet just felt like, how will we get through it? But we got through it. We're gonna get back into it better than ever. And yeah, now I'm just gonna read for the rest of the day, because teaching hasn't really picked up quite yet, which is kind of nice, but kind of money, kind of need that. but I'm trying to go with the flow in seasons and really just like be present in the seasons. Also, don't look at my nails. They are chipped as all get out. So that should be a thing that happens today. Taking my nail polish off. Will it happen? Couldn't tell you. Ooh, but should I tell you what else I'm reading? You are not allowed to look at that pile of books on the floor, baby. So while I read Wind and Truth, which is a daunting task, honestly, that's more daunting than reading a classic to me at this point. While that happens, I'm also going to try and start Red Queen, which sounds like a lot of fun, actually. I really do like YA, classic YA novels. I think they're really fun. Yeah, I don't know what this is about, actually, though. I feel like it's supposed to be like what Powerless was, where there's a girl who doesn't have any powers and she has to go and meet the queen, maybe? I don't know. This book completely missed me when I was doing most of my reading on, most of my research on BookTube back in the day, back when I was like 16, 17. So, yeah, I'm just like, oh, this is by Victoria Aveyard. The tagline is, "Power is a dangerous game." No duh. But I can't wait. I can't wait for all of the like quintessential YA goodness to happen in this novel. So that is a light book we're reading, along with a heavy book, Wind and Truth. And then also what am I reading? I think I'm listening to Clockwork Prince. No, Angel. Please hold. I'm listening to Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare because it's just a good audiobook. I should read it physically and redo the tabs, but you know, we're going to stretch ourselves too thin. We don't want to do that. So those are the 3 books that I'm currently reading. And then I want to start a classic soon, but I don't know what to start. And now I feel like I'm reading too much, so I might need to just like stick to one book. I don't know. It's hard making decisions in my house, in my brain. I forgot. I never finished The Ministry of Time. And I don't know why. I feel like it was okay. I just wasn't like, ooh. I guess the romance hasn't started, and I think that's basically all that there is to this book. The romance. Although I like the main love interest. He's cool. Right now I'm just procrastinating doing anything, so I should probably just do something, right? Turn the camera off, do something. Okay, got it. In a shocking turn of events, I've actually gotten a little further into Wind and Truth. I think I'm definitely over 100 pages in, and I'm seeing all of the criticisms that people had for this book. I'm still liking it, even though it has Sandersonisms. He has lots of dad jokes, mainly told by Syl, and I'm okay with it. There's a lot of perspectives, and I have only gotten to 2 of them thus far, so there's a lot more to be done. But yeah, I'm enjoying my time in it, so I just kind of want to read that one slowly. And then I'm also continuing reading Red Queen, of all things. I'm 35% into that, and now it's very YA. It's very typical, and I like it. Sue me, okay? So I'm gonna keep reading that, and honestly, I have it via the library, the ebook, but now I'm like, should I just buy the box set?
I also want to buy less books.
Which I shouldn't, but if I get crazy in the nighttime, I might do an impulse purchase, but I'm gonna try not to. But I want to do like a whole deep dive, like basically just telling you the whole synopsis of those 4 books. 5 if you count all of the novellas, but anyway. I think this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. It'll probably be the Serpent and the Wings of Night review, so look forward to the roast. That will be that video. Okay, see ya.